Hi guys, Space Tiger here, and welcome to another pick a card. I'm just cleansing my space a little bit, so we can start into today. We have something a little bit special and a little bit different. Namely, today we're going to ask a little really cute saint that I like to work with. His name is Saint Expedite, and he's a guy that you can ask to basically help you with obtaining certain things that you are missing in your life. So in any in some way, he's basically making like a little he's bringing like a little messages from you directly to the god. So again, this is a part of like Christian white magic. And yeah, we're gonna see today how he can help us with some things that we are maybe having some difficulties in life. So here in front of you there are three groups. I'm gonna put him here, so he will kind of help us with this. And yeah, so let's see. Take your time, check these groups. We have group number 1, number 2, and number 3, and we're gonna see maybe what things are an obstacle in your life and how Saint Expedite can help you with some, I would say, like more practical advice. Also, we're gonna pull some cards from the Rider-Waite Smith, and yeah, that's it. So if you want, pause this video and check out the groups. If this reading resonates with you, or it's kind of like, hitting some spot, and you want to book a reading with me to kind of see what else is there, all the information is in the description box below. So again, take a deep breath, think about your situation. Maybe there's something you don't see in your life that's an obstacle in your way to kind of progress and be successful, be loved, be financially stable. So we're gonna see what messages are coming out. Okay, see you on the other side. Hello, group number 1. So you chose this howlite. Howlite is a stone that's connected to like easing up the anxiety. It's good for sleep. It's good for not worrying. So it's an amazing stone. It's a really helpful stone if you have some physical problems. So yeah, it's a really great stone to have around. So let's see what messages are coming to you from Saint Expedite and what are his gifts to help you. So let's see, this card. So there is a story with Saint Expedite, like he has like this a little enemy here, which is a crow or a raven that is kind of like obstructing the way. So he's like stepping on this entity that's like making you not move forward, making you lethargic, making you how to say, procrastinating. So and he has here on the cross a word Hodie, which means now, today. So yeah, let's see what he's telling you. So these are the messages from, I'm going to show you the decks that I'm working with. So this is a message like the problem comes from Murder of Crows from Corrado Roy, amazing deck. And then the gifts will come from, and resolutions will come from Gustav Dore Taro and Yasen Guselev Taro. I hope I'm not butchering that name. Anyway, so let's see. So group number 1, this is your problem. So here we have 5 of Wands. So this is your problem. This is what's like obstructing you. And the first thing I see is like, this card talks about being like super busy due to or being super active, or like being super stressed due to some fear of competition. So we have like a lot of fear of competition. Maybe we don't know like what are we gonna do, like how to move forward. There's like a lot of things like happening in our surroundings, and it's like it's bringing this fear, fear of will I make it, so it's almost like a little bit of like this loudness and this focus on the competition more than on what you need to do. So let's ask tarot what it has to say to us, like to kind of like clarify the situation in what department this is. So yeah, this is definitely, yeah. So already here we are seeing like this moment of like overburning due to like being, because here we have a lot of fire energy. So we're talking mainly about maybe problems in the department of like career ambition. So you want to achieve something. So it can be any type of ambition. You want to achieve something, but you're so scared of competition that you started to make like a little moves that are a little too fast, which kind of brings you to, you know, your energy going down, you being like frustrated, being kind of lost, not knowing where you're going, where the situation is going. So it's like this really like tense energy of like, I have to do it now, I have to do it now. So it's kind of like stressing you out. So no wonder you picked this stone, because I see group number one that you are really under a lot of pressure, under a lot of stress. You're like focusing your intention, your energy to things that maybe are not good for you in this moment. So let's see what the solution would be. So here we have the King of Cups. So the solution would be to maybe inspect like what your emotions are, what is like the role of your emotions in this situation of you being like super stressed out. You know, maybe this like stress and everything is coming not because there is like how to say like a realistic situation here, but more that you are feeling that way. So King of Cups is like kind of maturing with your emotions, and you know, like really like sitting there with yourself, trying to be like less in your emotion and more in the world of reality. Like, okay, is this really happening? Do I really have that much competition? Am I really like, am I really in the position where I believe and feel that I'm not gonna make it? So this is like pressuring me to just like go go go. So in any way, there's like this like a little bit of like moment where you should like ease down a little bit and maybe not put that much emotions into this situation. Because again, with five of wands, we have like this moment of being like very kind of aggressive towards things or people that we perceive as competition, because we lack faith in ourselves. And King of Cups is like really a person that shows a lot of faith and believe and trust in themselves. So the solution to this situation, group number one, would be to be like creative, to work with your emotion, to have trust in the process, to believe that, you know, you will make it there on time, whatever that needs to be. And just like trying to like maybe compose yourself a little bit and not going into this like childlike emotions, but more being kind of mature about the situation. Yeah. And realistic, you know, like, yes, there is competition, there is always competition, like nothing is without competition. There are many people who want the same thing. So group number one, there are many people who want the same thing as you want, but you need to address like what are your good sides and what is it that you're bringing to the table that nobody else has, and which is you. So try to kind of like go a little bit low with this emotion and with this like craziness and stressing yourself out and pushing yourself to the limits. This card is very unusual. This is the gift from Saint Expedite, and I really love that this card came. So we are working with the devil. So this is your gift. And I know like a lot of you will now be like, huh, how is a devil a gift? Well, this gift talks about that you will kind of like get your anger out of your system. You will be released from this stressful situation. So the gift that comes by addressing your emotion and by kind of going to this through this like maturing will be a gift, because you will have like a healthy strength, not the strength that comes from this like moment of anger or frustration, but you will have like a healthy strength to move forward, you know, and have like a really kind of just be focused on your ambition and the joy that it brings you. So the gift is like you will be like getting rid of this like devil type of energy, which is like a toxic energy where you believe that you have to be in this type of kind of frustration, and you have to fight and you have to like be super aggressive, the gift is that you will be released from this toxic feeling. So my dear group number one, this is your like solution. Just think about like and try to ease your emotions, try to do something fun, like try to maybe shift your focus into different things. You're not bound to be in this stress, you're not bound. This isn't like the only way to move through these situations. And then you will be released from this toxicity of maybe your beliefs or whatever situation is bringing you into the conflict with other people. So group number one, this is your message and this is your help from Saint Expedite. Again, if this resonated with you, if you want to like go a little bit deeper into this, you can find all my information in the description box below. Thank you guys and have a beautiful week. Hello, group number two. You chosen a red jasper. Red jasper talks about grounding yourself. It talks about, like kind of like having faith and trust in others, in community. So it's a very kind of earthy stone. And yeah, we'll see what messages and why you chose this stone. Here a little story about Saint Expedite. Like he's stepping here on this crow, and that's why today we're gonna be reading like the problem from the Murder of Crows tarot. So this crow has a like a sign that says crass. So like if this is like a basis for the word procrastination, or when you are like maybe, I don't know, procrastinating, avoiding, there are some difficulties, you cannot move yourself, you need energy. So Saint Expedite has a little cross here that says Hodie, which means like today, it means like now. So these will be basically his messages and his like gifts in these cards. So again, the first card will represent like the issue that maybe you're not seeing, that this is like something that's like really stopping you in enjoying. So let's see what's your first card. So this is the problem. So the problem is Nine of Pentacles, and this is really interesting because usually Nine of Pentacles is it's a very kind of like optimistic card. You made it, like you're enjoying whatever you achieved. But here this card as a problem talks about like, yes, you maybe have your stability, you maybe have your like little world that you have for yourself, but you feel very lonely and alone. So this is something that's kind of like maybe making you procrastinate and not move forward because you feel like you're stuck, you feel alone, you feel lonely. You have all of this and you have no one to share it with. So maybe there's like a feeling of loneliness in your life. So let's see in what department of your life this is happening. I mean, usually this is a really beautiful card, but again, here we have these little crows that are surrounding you and they're kind of making you procrastinate or feel like kind of alone, like, or maybe rejected, but you have a lot to offer. So let's see. Yeah, here we have Queen of Pentacles and we have the Star. Definitely, like, again, two ladies that are all alone, very emotional. They have all of this to give and they're just like alone. So, okay, maybe for some of you, this has to do something with your love life. Maybe you feel like you're a little bit disconnected. Maybe you feel like you're lonely or alone. You have all of this, you have no one to share it with, you're kind of ready, but you don't know how to like approach these situations. Maybe you're trying to heal yourself in a way. So again, this is like the problem that you're currently experiencing is like this feeling of loneliness and like misunderstanding for what you're doing. Maybe you're doing something in your life that not a lot of people are understanding, and you're kind of feeling a little bit lost and misunderstood. So I mean, this is amazing because like you will see the next cards. That's why I love this, like these messages, because they always connect so beautifully. So you're gonna see like what is the gift and what are the solutions. Okay, so let's see. So this is the solution, and the solution is Five of Cups. So my dear group number two, if you want to move forward and if you want to find like this happiness and joy, and you want to share stuff, there is a lot of things from the past, like griefs, that you need to let go of. And you're kind of I will say, because here we have like this little crow that says crass, I think you're kind of like avoiding maybe dealing with this situation, dealing with this like pain. It kind of became your home in a way. Here's like where you feel safe in some weird way. And here are a lot of things that you need to kind of release. What is very interesting, like all of these figures are next to the water, and they're all alone. So this is like something that maybe you're kind of like, I would even say you're kind of going like deep into your emotions in a way where you're indulging all of these like grief, or you're indulging in like your sadness, into your depression. Again, for some of you this may be like, oh, like you're grieving a relationship. For some of you it might be just like be feeling like a little bit depressed and defeated, because okay, maybe you have some plans, and you know you want to like achieve something in maybe like in a career department, or you know, and there's been some like rejection, so you're kind of like indulging more into these emotions of like, you know, I never make it, I'm alone, I don't know how to get to this. So you know, there's like this kind of like same old every day, like saying that basically you're grieving something, or you feel maybe like a failure. You gave your best, but like, you know, the things are going like that. So again, the solution is into like releasing this grievance, and like releasing this past, what happened in the past. Again, yeah, I would even say like this is like the most practical like solution is like stop living in the past. You know, today is a new day. um you have tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that, so nothing like stays the same. So you have to like really think about like the new day. You know, what's gonna happen when this night, you know, when the night is finished and the day is coming. So like, how are you gonna wait for a new day? So the gift from Saint Expedite is Lover. And this is really interesting, because if you look at these two cards, so here we have, you know, somebody who's like, let's say some form of like a hermit, you know, somebody who's like deeply into their faith, into their religion, what they believe about themselves, you know, like what they, and then here we have almost like a same figure, but here's like Cupid. And I don't know if you can see, but like here's this arrow from the Cupid, like he already shot him, and he's already changing his beliefs, you know, like he's making him fall in love again. Um, and I like this because it's almost like, for some of you, it's almost like you, what's the word? It's like you betrayed your heart. That's what's getting to me. It's almost like, you know, you deep down in your heart, you know that there's like a better tomorrow, but it's easier to be in this place alone. It's easier to grieve. So you're betraying your heart for your beliefs. And again, this is like a very profound message. Like, it's like, this is the gift. Like, hey, like talk to your heart, you know, like what do you feel in your heart? Why are you betraying yourself? And why do you want to choose this life of, you know, grieving and of suffering, when you can fall in love with whatever's coming next? Like, it can be, I don't know, for some of you it can be a new job, it can be a new career, it can be a new place to live, it can be a new relationship, it can be like an extended family, whatever, like put it in the context of your reading. But the thing is, like, you're betraying your heart because you think that you need to suffer to show the world that, you know, like, you're suffering. And the world sees your suffering, whether you're like telling yourself and to the others like the same old story. So maybe think about like, because again, emotions have a really big impact on us, and the star is like hope, you know. So try to be more hopeful instead of like rejecting this hope by like closing yourself to this star. um Try to fall in love, you know, with different things. Try to fall in love with like maybe a new spiritual path, or maybe try to fall in love with the idea that, you know, like there is like somebody out there who's like searching for you. Again, whether it's, we're talking about work, you know, ambitions, or we're talking about different relationships. Again, put it in the context of your reading. But again, try not to betray your heart, you know. because it's like there's like a new opportunity staring you in the face, and you're trying to kind of avoid it, but whether you like it or not, like there is something new that's gonna happen. So this is the gift from Saint Expedite. He will kind of show you that how you're like betraying yourself, and how to get more in tune with yourself and start loving yourself. Because again, if this was your friend, you know would you want them to grieve and feel like this, like crappy for a long time? Probably no. So why are you doing that to yourself? So this is like a gift. The gift that Saint Expedite is giving you is a choice to choose for yourself to be actually happy. So yeah, group number 2, this is your message. If this resonated with you and you want to go and dive a little bit deeper and you want to book a reading with me, all the description, all the descriptions, all the information how to get to me is in the description box below this video. Anyway, thank you so much, Saint Expedite, for this beautiful message. And yeah, let's go to group number 3. And you guys have a beautiful week, and stop betraying your heart. Hello, group number 3. You chose Angelite. Angelite is an amazing stone that brings like peace to the heart. It's connecting you more to the spiritual realm. It's good for sleep. It's good for dreaming, the dream journaling. So let's see what messages are coming your way from Saint Expedite. So I said to the previous 2 groups, Saint Expedite is standing on a crow that has a little sign that says Kras, which like a lot of you people, sorry, I'm not showing his little head. A lot of people know this word procrastination. So it means like, you're kind of like stuck. You don't know how to move yourself. You have no energy. And Saint Expedite is a saint that kind of like moves your butt. So here you can see he has this little cross that says Hodie, which means today, now. So, like he's like, okay, let's go. He's a soldier. So he's like moving us. And I'm saying all of this because the problem to your situation, we're going to read it from the Murder of Crows. So we're going to see why are we procrastinating. And the solution and the gift from Saint Expedite will come from Gustav Doré Taro and Yasin Guselev. I'm so butchering these names, Jesus. From Yasin's tarot. So yeah, let's see what messages we have. Also, we're gonna pick a little something from the classical whitesmith. So here is the problem, group number 3. The problem you're having is 6 of Swords. Now, usually 6 of Swords is a very, positive card that's talking about, like just moving on, like releasing maybe some mental issues, some thoughts. You're packing like the good stuff and you're like, okay, I'm done with this situation, I'm moving on. But as a problem in this moment right now, it looks like you cannot pass, you cannot release certain situations. You're mentally in some like issue. You don't know how to like steer forward, how to move forward. So let's see in what department of your life this is landing. So let's see. So we have Page of Swords and then we have Knight of Swords. Very interesting. So group number 3, it looks like that you are having a certain, you cannot let some conversation go. So group number 3, there was some conversation for you. Again, this can be work related, it can be relationship related, but in any case, it looks like there was a fight. And maybe you weren't sure what to say, or maybe you said something that was a little bit wrong, or somebody said something that deeply offended you, and you just cannot release this conversation. You're like, like you're basically procrastinating in your life with certain things because you just cannot mentally let go of a certain situation, of a certain conversation. It looks like that maybe you were fighting, for someone, or you wanted to say something to someone. Maybe you wanted to be, a little bit, how to say, maybe you wanted to fight for a good cause or something. Maybe, like your political views are clashing with somebody else's, and this is where, like this this moment happen, or maybe you have a certain beliefs or certain thoughts and plans on how to do certain things, and there has been a little bit of miscommunication, misunderstanding. So but this is like really, it really caught you like in a space where you feel that you're like your confidence kind of got a little bit low with this Page of Swords. You're not sure what is maybe a good way to deal with this situation, so you're kind of stuck in this, and it's really like frustrating you. So there's like a lot of like thoughts coming to the surface because of this, and you're kind of like stuck. So let's see what will be the solution. So the solution is very interesting. So here we have the magician, and the magician is telling you that, hey, you have the power to correct this, and you know what this is like. Like you have the power to change the situation. Like the power to change the situation is to change how you mentally perceive this situation. Maybe you are kind of like thinking more about this than the other person, and maybe in your mind this is a much bigger problem than it actually is. So with the magician is like, hey, like choose whatever else you have on the table to approach this situation. So we use the swords, right? The magician has a sword, he has a wand, he has a cup, and he has a pentacle. So you have three other ways to deal with this situation. You have the ambition, and the energy, which is the wands. You have the cup, which is the emotional side, trying to like understand the other side, understand yourself, the other person. And there is like a pentacle, which is a security. So it can be like either a money related thing, or maybe like a security of like, hey, I'm gonna be here no matter what. So there's something like, there is power for you to kind of like change the situation. Now here we have the story about Moses like bringing the tablet with the commandments. So again, maybe sticking so much to the rules is what got you into this place first. So maybe thinking about like, because at the end of this story Moses kind of breaks this, because he came down from the mountain and he found people worshiping the golden cow. So maybe like, again, this is a thing about like belief systems, and thinking about certain things is what kind of got you into this like sticky situation. So you come with like one proclamation and you're like, okay, this is the law, and the other person is like, no, my golden cow is the law. And then you have like a crash, like you have like a problem, you have like a problematic situation, because one side believes in one thing and the other side believes in the other thing. So you're having like the clash of opinions, and this clash, instead of like going into just like a regular talk, hey, but why did you do this? Or the person asking you, okay, why do you believe that this is the only correct way? You got into an argument, and now this is like bothering you much more than I see is bothering the other person. So again, this is all about belief systems, and to get out of this like situation, the solution is like the magician, which is like, okay, we are all individuals, is what the magician is saying, because he's number one. So we are all individuals, we all have like a different approach, a different choice that's on the table, and we pick and choose whatever we think it's appropriate for us in that time. So my dear group number 3, the gift from Saint Expedite is the hangman. So the hangman here in this moment as a gift is like a gift of enlightenment, to release whatever, because this looks very kind of minor, but your belief system made you think that this is like a big deal, and that you're maybe, I don't know, maybe you spoiled a relationship or something due to what you said or what has been said to you. So instead of like self-punishing yourself, your gift is like to like stop self-punishing yourself and just maybe approach it with a little bit of a humor. Here we have a person, like this person is very like reminding me of Charlie Chaplin. Like he has this little hat and he has this little umbrella. He doesn't have the mustache, but it's almost like I'm getting like this moment of like a funny situation. So maybe some humor, like this Piscean humor could maybe be helpful. Also, this is a very Neptunian card, so it's like, You know, this is like a mirage, that this is like a big, in like the scale of the world and what's happening now, like this is a minor thing, but you're making it into a big deal. So maybe release yourself from like this self-punishing, like, oh, I shouldn't have said that, I shouldn't have done that, blah blah blah, because you're like, you're kind of stopping your whole progress in maybe other departments of your life because you're in this mental space. So instead of like self-punishing yourself and thinking about this, like, it's time to release yourself and just move on. You know, just move on. Just, you know, you can apologize, maybe you can approach it first. Don't let your ego be in the way. This card is so not ego. Like, don't have your ego in the way, like, why should I apologize first, or why should I like do this first, blah blah. You know, try not to go that way, because your apology to other person, or approaching this person maybe before they approach you, is beneficial for you first and foremost, as it is beneficial for the other side. So try to understand. And this is also a card that kind of invokes maturity, and it invokes wisdom. So by being maybe in this place, you will gain some wisdom in, you know, how to deal with these situations more practically in the future. So my group number 3, this is your message from Saint Expedite. Thank you, Saint Expedite, for these beautiful messages. If this kind of resonated with you and you would like to explore this message more, you can contact me and book a reading with me, and we can approach this more kind of personally for you. All the information you can find in the description box below. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video, and yeah, have a beautiful week. Bye bye.